All right. So, good evening and welcome to our second session for verbal ability and English subject. All right. So, by the way, my name is Miss Ella, and okay, we will start. All right. So, for today, in our session today, we're going to discuss two topics. We have the degree of adjectives and identification of errors. All right. So, let's start. Okay, first let's have degree of adjectives. Let's have the first let's have the instruction first. So identify the correct degree of adjectives in the parentheses. Choose the letter of your answer. So in answering in the comment section, I want you to write first the number item and then the letter of your answer. Okay, so that to avoid confusions. All right, let's start. For number one, that tall fellow is the clumsy of the five players. Is it A, clumsy? Is it B, clumsiest? Is it three, more clumsy? Or is it D, most clumsy? Again, that tall fellow is the clumsy of the five players. Is it A, clumsy? Is it B, clumsiest? Is it C, more clumsy? Or letter D, most clumsy? Again, we are talking about degree of adjectives. Now, can I see your answers in the comment section? So, write first the number item again, number one, and then the letter of your answer. Okay. So, yes, you are correct, Miss Glessa May Pilapil. The correct answer is letter B, clumsiest. All right. So, why? All right. Here we have three degree of adjectives, right? We have the positive, the comparative, and the superlative. Now, here, the tall fellow here is the clumsy of the five players. That means that fellow was being compared to the five players, like all the players, not just one player, but all the players. That means we're going to use the superlative, and the superlative of clumsy is clumsiest, right? We cannot use more clumsy or most clumsy. It's because it is only applied if there are two or more syllables. Okay. So again, base form of the verb is clumsy. Now, first let's tackle about degree of adjectives. This is just a preview. I know you already know this, but let's still, refill some points here and, a little bit of knowledge again for this part of the topic. Let's start. We have here positive degree. Now, for the positive degree, this is the basic form of adjective, and it simply implies the presence of a quality. That means you are simply describing something or someone, right? Based on the quality that something or someone has. Like, for example, ostriches are fast animals, right? That means you are just describing the ostrich as fast animal, right? Number two, Ram is a tall man. And then number three, she is a lovely lady. All right. Next, we have the comparative degree. For the comparative degree, when comparing one noun or pronoun to another, that means only two things are being compared in these cases. Remember, two things are being compared. Example, cheetahs are faster than ostriches. That means there are two nouns being compared. We have the cheetah and the ostriches. Cheetahs and ostriches. And we use than after the verb to simplify that we are comparing two nouns or pronouns. Next, we have number two. John is taller than Ram. Again, we're comparing Jan to Ram. And number three, Mila is lovelier than her. Means we are comparing Mila to her. Her here is again to the previous one in the positive degree. She is a lovely lady. That means you are just using she's a lovely lady to compare Mila to it. All right. Next, we have here superlative degree. Superlative degree. Superlative degree we have when comparing two or more nouns. Means we compare two or more nouns, and it represents the utmost intensity. It means the quality or quantity of a thing, right? Like, for example, cheetahs are the fastest animal on land. That means we are comparing cheetah to all the animals on land as being the fastest animal, right? Number two, we have Ben is the tallest among his friends. That means we are comparing Ben to all of his friends. And number three, Taylor is the loveliest among the three girls. Here we are comparing Taylor to the three girls. Okay, that means Taylor is being the loveliest. Okay, next. Number two, this is the bad basketball game I have seen. Is it A, better? Is it B, worse? Is it C, better? Is it D, worst? Again, this is the bad basketball game I have seen. A, better? B, worse? C, better? Or D, worst? Which is which? Okay. Okay, can I see other answers in the comment section? So everyone, I want you to practice. Okay, I know the feeling of um, being not able to answer correctly, but still we need to try. There's nothing wrong in trying. Again, just like what I have said on my previous session, it's about trying and trying. No, all right. So okay. So I guess Miss Glessa is also what I call this confused, right? Um, about which is which. Is it letter B or is it letter D? Later on, we will discuss. Okay, so let's have the correct answer. And the correct answer is letter D, which is worst. Why it's worst? It's because um, the basketball game that was being compared is, being compared to other basketball games. That means more than one. I have seen. It means let's just assume that the person here have seen other basketball games, like more than once, more than twice, maybe like a lot of basketball games. And the person is comparing this basketball game to the basketball games this person have seen already. That means it's worst. Why? Here, bad belongs to the irregular degree of adjectives. What does it mean? That means um, there's no certain rule like the word clumsy, right? In the word clumsy, we just remove the letter Y and then we just add some letters to make it to achieve the degree of adjective that um, we are achieving. Now here in the irregular degree of adjective, we need to really change the entire word. Okay? So we have here for letter A, the choice letter A, we have better. Better is a comparative form for the word good. We have good, better, best. Right? Next, worse. Here, worse is the comparative form for the word bad. And the worst, the ST, is the superlative form. Now, the word badder here, still, this is a word, okay? People still use the word batter, but it's a slang word. It's a slang word. It's an informal word. It's not usually or not commonly used in a formal setting. We can still use it like bad, badder, baddest, but it's just in a slang word, like in a casual conversation among your friends or people you know, but it's not really used when it comes to academic writings or when it comes to using in a formal setting, the word better. Okay, next we have here number 3. Eugene is the talented member of the group. Is it A, more talented? Is it B, least talented? Is it C, most talented? Or letter D, less talented? Again, Eugene is the talented member of the group. Is it letter A, more talented? Letter B, least talented? Letter C, most talented? Or letter D, less talented? Which is which? Let's have number 3. Okay, first, in answering this, we need to identify first the subject. Okay, I've seen 2 comments here, and both of you are correct, right? Because we are comparing Eugene to the other member of the group, right? And also the other clue here is we have, wait, let me have this. I don't know. Okay, so we have this word the. Okay, when we use this, the word the, that means it's all the degree of adjective is already in a superlative form. Why? Because we only use the after before the verb to emphasize that it's really on the top. Right? So we have here Eugene is the most talented member of the group. Okay, thank you for trying and for answering. Okay, oh sorry. Okay. Okay. Now here, so talented, as we all know, talented is a word that has 3 syllables, right? And when we say 3 syllable adjectives, that means we are going to use most, more, and most, right? So we have talented, that's a syllable. Now here, if you are wondering why useful is part of the 2 or more syllable adjective, but clumsy is not part of it, well, I am going to discuss it. So here, let's have rules of degrees of comparison of adjectives. So first, let's have the adjectives with a single syllable. So for the single syllable, for the positive, we have smart, and then smarter, and smartest. Then we have old, older, oldest, late, later, latest, wise, wiser, wisest. Always remember, if an adjective has a single syllable, when you are comparing it with the other thing or the other noun, only the letter R is added to adjectives that end in E. Okay? But if it doesn't end in E, you add ER. All right? So just like the word smart. So we cannot say smarter without the letter E. So we're gonna add ER, not just R. Okay? And also we're going to add EST, not just okay, let me have it. So let's not just add ST but without the E. So we should add EST also, right? But just like this one, late, the word late, since it's already, the end letter of that word is already E, that means all we have to do is just add the R or the ST for the single syllable. But if an adjective ends in a consonant plus vowel plus consonant, here We have consonant, then vowel, consonant, just like this one. So we have here consonant, the B, and then the vowel, which is the I, and then another consonant, which is G. If that's the case of a single syllable, we're not going to simply add ER. This, like we're gonna use this like this. No. What we are going to do is we are going to double the consonant and add ER if it's comparative. But if it's the double consonant, but if it's in superlative, we're going to double the consonant and add EST. Remember, again, if it's a single syllable and ends in a consonant, vowel, consonant, or shall we say the CVC, we're going to put ER and EST, not just simply put E or simply put R. Okay, we're going to double the last letter or the consonant, double the consonant, and then add ER or EST. We have here hot, hotter, hottest, thin, thinner, thinnest, and sad, sadder, saddest. Okay. All right, so let's move on. Okay. Now, if an adjective has two syllables, so just like, for example, we have the word dirty. Okay, so dirty here, when the adjective ends in a consonant plus Y, we have here consonant plus Y, consonant plus Y. Just like the example, dirty. So we have T, T is a consonant, and followed by Y. That means we remove Y, change Y to I, and add ER, or simply say add IER if it's comparative. But if it's superlative, we are going to add IEST. Okay, just like this one, the word dirty becomes dirtier, and the word in the superlative, it becomes dirtiest. Okay, next we have the word ugly. So for the word ugly, still in a consonant, consonant followed by Y, so it becomes uglier, and here ugliest. Okay, next. Now, what if the adjective ends in ly? Now, if it ends in ly, here, they can go both ways. All right, they can go both ways. Why? Simply just like this word. We have the word lonely. So lonely can be like this, lonelier or loneliest, or more lonely and most lonely. It depends. All right, so sometimes there are certain words that can go both ways. All right, next. Now, let's have here also sometimes inflected are adjectives ending in OW, ER, and EL. Example. So we have here the positive, comparative, and the superlative. So for narrow, which ends in OW, we will add ER and EST. Okay, now for clever, we're going to use ER and EST. Same with the adjective that has one syllable. Okay, and simple, we're just going to add R, and here we're going to add ST. Okay, so please remember that. Okay, next, let's move on. Okay, now let's move on to two or more syllable adjectives. Two or more syllable. Okay, so we add the word more to produce comparative form, and we add most to form superlative form. Now, let's just like this one, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, and then important, more important, and most important. Now, for adjectives ending in less, al or al, and ive and ous, it's a different, just like this one. Okay, so see, active and mindless, they are both, shall we say, two syllable adjectives. But why are they part of the two or more syllable adjectives? Simply because they belong to adjectives ending in full, less, al, ive, and ous. So every word that ends with these letters, and then they are either two syllables or more syllables, still they would be considered as superlative. Okay, I know, not superlative, but they would be considered to use more and most. Okay, so wait for a while. I'm going to charge my laptop first. I forgot. Mm, okay. Okay, sorry for that. All right, let's go back. Okay, so here again, we have adjectives ending in full, less, al, ive, and o. So just like this word active, it ends with the letters I, V, E. That means even though it's two syllables, still we're going to use more and most. And also with the word mindless, since it ends with these letters less, or this, yeah, prefix less, we're going to use more mindless and most mindless. All right. Next, how about adjectives formed from participles? Just like the word bored, right? It was formed from the participle. So we have bored. That means we're going to use more bored, most bored. We cannot say border, or we cannot say boredest, right? And for the word tiring, we cannot say tiringer or tiringest. Simply, we're going to use more tiring and most tiring. All right. Okay. Now, let's move on. Now let's go with item number 4. Let's have number 4. But her vase has the many. Is it A, many much? Is it B, more? Is it C, much? Or is it D, most? Again, number 4. But her vase has the many. Is it A, many much? Is it B, more? Is it C, much? Or is it D, most? What's your answer for number 4? For item number 4. Okay, anyone? Can I see your answer in the comment? Okay, so for Miss Annabelle and Miss Glessa, they chose letter D. And they are correct. So the answer is D. Why? But her base has the most. Okay, because we have here many. We cannot say many much because it's double entry already. And when I say more, but her base has the many more, again, we cannot use more since it wasn't comparing to the other one, right? It did not mention there that they were referring to another vase. It's just that they are simply referring to all the vase. Okay, and we have here the magic word, the. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, number five. So, which is the tall building in Metro Manila? Is it A, tallest? Is it B, most tall? Is it C, taller? Is it D, more tall? Again, which is the tall building in Metro Manila? Is it A, tallest? B, most tall? Is it C, taller? Or is it D, more tall? Okay, what about the others? Okay, so if you see the magic word, then it's very easy for you. All right. Okay, so yes, you're correct there. The correct answer is letter A, tallest. Why tallest? Again, we have here this word, and also um, it's a question, right? It's a question and it's not referring to anything. It's simply asking for the building in Metro Manila. And simply we have here the word the, that means the answer is tallest. We cannot say most tall. Again, this is not tall, is only a single syllable adjective, means we should not use most. And we have here taller. Again, it's not referring to anything there, and there's no word than. Okay? It means we cannot say taller than. I'm going to say more tall, simply same reason with most tall. Okay? Next. All right, number six. We have here Mr. De Vega was tactful than Mr. Sansa. Is it A, tactfuler? Is it B, tactful? Is it C, tactfulest? Is it D, more tactful? Again, Mr. De Vega was tactful than Mr. Sansa. Is it A, tactfuler? Is it B, tactful? Is it C, tactfulest? Or is it D, more tactful? Which is which? Again, let's have here this word tactful. We have the word full. Okay, so it should be letter D, more tactful. Why? Why is it more tactful? Tactful has only two syllables. Again, it ends with FUL or the full, the prefix full. That means we're going to use more tactful. Okay, and why comparative? Simply because of this word than. That means Mr. De Vega was being compared to Mr. Sansa. Okay, next. Right, number seven. Catherine is charming as her mother. Again, Catherine is charming as her mother. Is it A, as charming? Is it B, most charming? Is it C, more charming? Or is it letter D, charminger? Again, Catherine is charming as her mother. Is it A, as charming? Is it B, most charming? Is it C, more charming? Or letter D, charminger? Okay. All right. So let's have the correct answer. All right. The correct answer here is letter A. You're correct, Miss Glessa. It's as charming. Why is it as charming? It's because we have this word Catherine, and it, though, no, though Catherine was her mother is also present here, but it's just that Catherine was not being compared like in a comparative adjective, but it's simply just comparing as they're the same. Okay, they're the same. That means we're going to use us. Okay, because it's not comparing that someone must be, must um must lead something. It's simply just, they're just in the same level, right? So if her mother is charming, so as Catherine. All right? That means it's not in a negative form, but it's simply just in a positive form. So we're going to use as charming. Okay. Next. All right. We have number 8. Rico is not courteous as his brother. Again, Rico is not courteous as his brother. Is it A, more courteous? Is it B, courteouser? Is it C, so courteous? Or D, most courteous? Again, Rico is not courteous as his brother. Is it A, more courteous? Is it B, courteouser? Is it C, so courteous? Or D, most courteous? Anyone? Can I see your answers? Okay, so I see different answers here. Okay, that's all right. Let's see what's the correct answer. All right, so we have here letter C, so courteous. Why so courteous? Again, since this is a negative in a negative form, we have here not, and we cannot see the word than. That means we're comparing Rico to his brother, and Rico being the one that's leading. It's not that's not the case. That means they're just the same. It's just that in a negative form. That means if it's in negative form, we're going to use the word so. So we're going to have so as. Okay? That means the sentence expresses inequality. Inequality. That means so as. It's often used in negative statements to compare two things. We compare two things, but none of them is like leading in a positive way. It's just that someone was yeah, in a negative, in its inequality. They're not equal. Okay, that means we're going to use this form so as. So the correct sentence here is Rico is not so courteous as his brother. Okay? All right. Let's continue. Number 9. Who is the popular of the candidates? Again, who is the popular of the candidates? Is it A, popular? Is it B, more popular? Is it C, most popular? Or letter D, the popular? Again, who is the popular of the candidates? Popular? B, more popular? C, most popular? Or D, the popular? Which is which? Okay. So again, before we answer, let's find the magic word. So we have here candidates, right? And we have the. Okay, that means this is in superlative form. So we are going to use most popular. Okay, because who is the most popular of the candidates? It's a question. Next. Okay, number 10. He is the efficient of all the employees. Again, he is the efficient of all the employees. It's not he, but I. It's not question mark. All right. Sorry for the typo. Let's have letter A. Is it efficiency? Letter B, more efficient? Or letter C, efficient? Or letter D, most efficient? Again, he is the efficient of all the employees. Is it A, efficiency? B, more efficient? C, efficient? Or letter D, most efficient? Okay, that's the correct. Okay, so let's answer. The correct answer for number 10 is most efficient because he is being compared to all the employees. All the employees. That means we're going to use the two or more syllable adjective most efficient superlative form because of the word efficient. Efficient has three syllables. Okay, let's continue. All right, now we are done with the degree of adjectives. Only 10 questions. I only prepared 10 questions since I know it would be very easy. uh, it's because, again, very basic English. Now, let's move on with identification of errors because I heard with the previous or some takers, CSE takers, that identification of errors is very common type of question. All right, so let's start. Now, I want you to identify the error of the following sentences. So choose the letter of your answer. Let's have number one. So here, I want you to focus on the underlined words because that's where you're going to choose for error if there's any. Okay, let's have number one. No one delivered the mail yesterday. Is it A, no? Is it B, on? Is it C, delivered? Is it D, mail yesterday? Or is it E, no, error? Again, I want you to identify the error of the following sentences and I want you to focus to the underlined words. Okay, can I see your answers? Okay, so the correct answer here is no error. Yes, that's correct. Why no error? So this sentence is correct. It's because, again, no one is the proper subject, and then delivered is the verb, and then object is the mail, and the time indication yesterday. That means yesterday, verb should be in a past tense form, delivered. So it's basically a correct sentence. So no error found. Next. Okay, here. That new cell phone tower interfere with our television reception. Is it A, new? Is it B? Sorry. Letter B is tower. B, tower. Letter C, interfere. Letter D, television. Or letter E, no error. Again, number two, that new cell phone tower interfere with our television reception. Is it A, new? Is it B, tower? Is it C, interfere? Letter D, television? Or letter E, no error? Let's have the answer. Let's see your answers. Mhm. Okay. So the correct answer here is, or the error in this sentence is interfere. Letter C. That's correct. Why interfere? It's because our subject here is cell phone tower, right? And as we all know, cell phone tower is in a singular noun. Is a singular noun. That means we're going to use a singular verb. And interfere is a plural verb. That means we're going to put S. That means it becomes interferes. So that new cell phone tower interferes with our television reception. Okay? So if you have singular subject, That means it should be followed by a singular verb. Okay? And interfere is a plural verb, not singular verb. Got it? All right. Now let's continue. Number 3. Mr. Brown have bequeathed his gun collection to his grandson. Is it A, have? Is it B, bequeathed? Is it C, his? Is it D, his grandson? Or letter E, no error? Again, Mr. Brown have bequeathed his gun collection to his grandson. Is it A, have? Is it B, bequeathed? Is it C, his? Is it D, his grandson? Or is it E, no error? Number 3, what's the correct answer for letter E? Can I see your answers? Okay. Okay. Let's see what's the correct answer. Right. So the correct answer here is letter A, have. Why? Why have the error in this sentence? It's because Mr. Brown, again, is a singular subject, right? So have should be in a singular form, not plural form. Have is a plural form. So we're going to replace have to has. It should be Mr. Brown has bequeathed his gun collection to his grandson. Okay, now let's continue. All right, number 4. When the storm struck, I was played pool. Sorry, again. When the storm struck, I was played pool at Sam's bar. Again, when the storm struck, I was played pool at Sam's bar. Is it A, storm, B, was, C, played, D, Sam's bar, E, no error? Again, number 4. When the storm struck, I was played pool at Sam's bar. Is it A, storm? Is it B, was? Is it C, played? Is it D, Sam's bar? Is it E, no error? Okay, which is which? Okay. All right, so let's have the correct answer. So the correct answer here is letter C, played. Why played? It's because this sentence is in a past continuous tense. So when we say past continuous tense, that means when something happened, there's you're describing that something that you are doing while something happened. Okay, like what are you doing when the storm struck? So you will say, I was playing pool at Sam's bar, not I was played. So we will replace the word played to match the past continuous tense form, and we're going to replace it with the word playing. Playing is a gerund word that means you were playing pool when the storm struck. Okay, that's the use of the past continuous tense. So past continuous tense, that means you are doing something while something happened, while other thing happened, right? So when the storm struck, that's the thing that happened. And what were you doing when it happened? I was playing, all right? So that means the error of this sentence is the word played. Okay, next, let's have number 5. They has been playing the same darned song all night long. I want them to stop. Is it A, has been playing, B, same, C, song, D, want, or E, no error. Again, they has been playing the same darned song all night long. I want them to stop. Is it A, has been playing? Is it B, same, C, song, D, want, or E, no error? What's the correct answer? Or is there an error in this sentence? Anyone? Okay. So for number five, mhm, yes, that's correct. It's letter A, has been playing. Why has been playing? It's because, again, our subject here is, sorry, our subject here is they, right? That means they, it's a plural sub. We have a plural subject, and it should be, the verb should be in plural form also. And has is a singular one. So let's replace has to have. It should be have been playing. Right? So the correct sentence should be they have been playing that same darn song all night long. I want them to stop. Okay? All right, very good. Next, let's continue. Okay, number 6. I have been dieting all week. By this time tomorrow, I will have lost 1 pound if I'm lucky. Is it A, have been dieting? Is it B, week? Is it C, this time? Is it D, tomorrow? Or is it E, no error? Again, I have been dieting all week. By this time tomorrow, I will have lost 1 pound if I'm lucky. Is it A, have been dieting? Is it B, week? Is it C, this time? Is it D, tomorrow? Or is it E, no error? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's see what's the correct answer here. All right. So the correct answer is letter E. It's no error. Why no error? Because this sentence, it has a combination of tenses, right? We have the present perfect continuous tense, and we have also the future perfect. So the present perfect continuous tense here is this one. I have been I have been dieting all week. So this indicates that an action which is that started in the past, right? That started in the past, but at the same point during this week, because it's all week, and has continued to the present moment. Now, for the future perfect, by this time tomorrow, I will have lost 1 pound if I'm lucky. By this time tomorrow, that means you're expecting. It's in a future perfect tense. Okay? That means no error for this item. Okay? Yeah, because they indicated the exact time point where which is tomorrow that they will have lost 1 pound. They were expecting, right? Okay. That means it's a combination of tenses, the present perfect tense and then the future perfect. Okay, let's continue. Now, number 7. They have been in Europe for 2 weeks. They plan to return yesterday. Is it A, have been? Is it B, in? Is it C, plan? Is it D, yesterday? Or is it E, no error? Again, they have been in Europe for 2 weeks and they plan to return yesterday. Is it A, have been? Is it B, in, C, plan, or D, yesterday, or E, no error? Okay, I will give you time to think. Okay, which is which? Okay, so the correct answer here is, that's correct, it's letter C, plan. Why it's plan? It's because here in the sentence, this is correct. Okay, they have been in Europe for 2 weeks. Now, here we have the word yesterday. It indicates the time. Now, we have here plan. Now, plan should be in past tense form. It should be planned. They planned to return yesterday. Because that means, it simply means it happened already, right? They were expecting to return yesterday. It means they planned to return yesterday. It means it already happened. Okay, next. Number 8. So the governor has just died, and the lieutenant governor is quite ill. Again, the governor has just died, and the lieutenant governor is quite ill. Is it A, governor? Is it B, just? Is it C, lieutenant? Is it D, is? Or E, no error? Okay, what's the correct answer for item number 8? Okay. All right. So let's have number 8. So for number 8, the correct answer is no error. Why? Why it is no error? Okay, for this sentence, it's grammatically correct again, since the governor and the lieutenant were used correctly, and then has just died indicates, what do you call this, indicates an action that happened recently, right? Because it has just died, that means it's just recent. Now, governor is quite ill. It's quite ill means it describes, or it indicates, a condition, a present condition of what's happening now. Okay, that means this is correct. Okay, because it's simply describing the current condition of the lieutenant, which is quite ill. So recently, the governor just died, and so the lieutenant governor is quite ill. That means no error there. Next. Okay. So let's have number 9. I had been waiting for him to call when suddenly he walked through the door. Again, I had been waiting for him to call when suddenly he walked through the door. Is it A, I? Is it B, waiting? Is it C, to call? Is it D, walked? Is it E, no error? Which is which? Okay, what's the correct answer for number 9? Item number 9. Hmm? Is it walked? Is the error the word walk? Can I see some other answers? Okay, so let's continue. So the correct answer is letter E. Again, still no error. Why it's no error? Because it's very, this is very grammatically correct. The sentence is correct. Why? Again, I had been waiting for him to call. It's in a, what do you call this? In a past continuous tense, right? In a past continuous tense. When suddenly he walked through the door. That means you are doing something while other thing is happening, right? Walked through the door and you had been waiting. That means this is correct, all right? Okay, next, number 10. So we will send the package by express mail if you want us to. Again, we will send the package by express mail if you want us to. Is it A, will send, B, package, C, want? Is it D, to, or is it E, no error? Which is switch. Okay, which is correct. Okay, for number 10, the correct answer is still no error. Why no error? Again, this is grammatically correct. We will send the package by express mail if you want us to. So it indicates a future tense, right? Okay, yes, it's no error. Very good. Okay, thank you. Number 11. So when the police arrived, the victim were lying on the floor and the thief had run away. Is it A, arrived? Is it B, were lying? Is it C, on? Is it D, had? Or is it E, no error? Again, when the police arrived, the victim were lying on the floor and the thief had run away. Is it A, arrived? Is it B, were lying? Is it C, on? Is it D, had? Or is it E, no error? And which is the correct answer? Okay, so for number 11, the correct answer is letter B. We're lying. Why we're lying? All right, so let's take note. We have here victim. Now, the victim here is in a singular noun. Now, to match the sentence correctly, or to match the the noun, to match the noun, we're going to use was. Okay, not were. Because were is the past tense of are, which is the be verb are, and are is a singular, no, a plural verb, or a plural be verb. So we should use was, or the present tense is, to indicate that or to match the noun the noun victim, which is singular. So we should use was lying. So when the police arrived, the victim was lying on the floor and the thief had run away. So arrived since it happened already, and then were lying or was lying because it was still lying on the floor when the police arrived, and then the thief had run away. That means it already happened. Okay, now let's continue. Now, number 12. Who's drunk all the milk in the fridge? Was it you? Haven't I told you to buy your own? Again, who has drunk all the milk in the fridge? Was it you? Haven't I told you to buy your own? Now, is it A, has drunk? Is it B, milk? Is it C, was? Or is it D, haven't? Or letter E, no error? Okay, what's the correct answer? Right, let's try. Okay, the correct answer for number 12 is letter A, has drunk. Why has drunk? Okay, has drunk, so it's a participle. Right, now what's the past participle of the word drink? So the yeah, the original form, or the based form, based the base form of this word is drink, right? Now, is drunk, as in DRA, is it the correct participle, past participle form for the word drink, or is it the other one? Okay, of course, it's the other one. So, drunk here is the simple past tense now, and past participle form of the verb drink when used with the simple past tense. She drank all the water. But here we have the word has. That means it's past participle form, like the whole sentence. Now, drunk here is the past participle form of the verb drink when used with the perfect tenses, right? The present perfect, the past perfect, and the future perfect. Here in the sentence, because of the word has, it means was drunk all the milk in the fridge. That means we're going to use drunk as in the DRUNK. All right, so understood. Again, drunk. Still, this is a past participle, but it is only used with the simple past tense. But drunk here, on the other hand, is used when the sentence is in a perfect tenses, or it could be present perfect, past perfect, or future perfect. And because of the word has, it means it's in a present perfect. I know. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue. Now, number 13. The dog just lay there. He was looked at me like the cat that ate the canary. Again, the dog just lay there. He was looked at me like the cat that ate the canary. Is it A, lay, B, was looked, C, like, or letter D, ate, or letter E, no error? Okay, can I see your answers? Anyone? So anyone can answer, okay? Don't be afraid. Okay, so the correct answer for number 13 we have here was looked. Why was looked? All right, was looked, it's a double entry already. Again, was is a verb, looked is a verb. Now, without was, we can still understand the sentence. He looked at me like the cat that ate the canary. So looked is already enough. Okay, no need to you or no need to put was after the word looked. It's double entry verb already. So the dog just lay there. He looked at me like the cat that ate the canary. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, number 14. So we will have refreshments at the reception, but we not serving alcohol. Is it A, will have, B, at, is it C, not, D, alcohol, or is it E, no error? Again, number 14, we will have refreshments at the reception, but we not serving alcohol. Is it A, will have, B, at, is it C, not, is it D, alcohol, or is it E, no error? Okay, I haven't seen any one of you answered the items, so I hope you still want to try to. Okay, so let's have number 14. What's the correct answer? Okay, so the correct answer here, sorry, the correct answer here is not. Why not? Okay, so it should be will not be. Why it's not will not be? All right, it's because, again, um not should be will not be serving, and since serving here is in a to call this, it's a gerund word. Now we're going to use the this word, the be verb, will not be serving alcohol. So we will have refreshments at the reception, but we will not be serving alcohol. Why not say we will not we will but we will not serve alcohol. You can say that. Yes, of course. You can, sorry. You can still say that. But again, since the underlined word here is not and not serving, that means we cannot change the word serving, only the word not. We can add other words. That means we will say, but we will not be serving alcohol. Okay? Next, number 15. He will certainly be running for election next year, even though we had been hoping otherwise. Is it A, B? Is it letter B? Is it election? Letter C, had? Letter D, hoping? Or letter E, no error? Again, he will certainly be running for election next year, even though we had been hoping otherwise. Is it A, B? Is it letter B, election? Letter C, had? Letter D, hoping? Or letter E, no error? Okay. Okay, so this is no error. Why no error? It's because we have here, so we have here had been hoping. Sorry. Okay. So we have here the word had been hoping. Now, had been hoping here is the correct form for past perfect progressive tense, which means it indicates an action that started in the past and was ongoing up to another point in the past. That's why it's called past perfect progressive tense. Okay, so and had here is the correct past perfect form because it used to indicate that the hope existed right before the time of running for election. Now he will certainly be running for election next year, even though we had been hoping otherwise. They were already hoping that he will be running for election. Okay, got it? That means it's in a past perfect progressive tense. So maybe next session I will be discussing about tenses. So please stay tuned and yeah, watch it next week maybe. All right. Now number 16. We have here hard work. Hard work or persistence are required in all rewarding accomplishments. Is it A, hard? Is it B, or? Is it C, required? Is it D, all? Or is it E, no error? Again, hard work or persistence are required in all rewarding accomplishments. Is it A, hard? Is it B, or? Is it C, required? Or is it D, all? Or is it E, no error? Okay, so the correct answer here is or. Why or? All right. So here, actually, we can put hard work or persistence as a single entity, right? Or a single unit to make it like a single subject. It's just that R here wasn't underlined. That means R cannot be changed at all. Means it's there, and that means we will consider R to achieve the correct sentence here. Now, when we say or, means we are only referring to one subject here. But we have the word are. That means it should be plural, right? It should be in a plural form. I mean the subject should be plural. That means we're going to remove or and we're going to add and here, okay, to make the sentence correct. Now, let's read. Hard work and persistence are required in all rewarding accomplishments. See, it's already correct because and here corresponds to the verb are. Hard work and persistent. That means they're already plural. So we're going to use a plural verb also. Okay? All right. Now let's continue. Okay, number 17. Now, the assignment which they submit to their professor was incomplete. Is it A, assignment? Is it B, submits? Is it C, there? Is it D, incomplete? Or is it E, no error? Again, the assignment which they submit to their professor was incomplete. Is it A, assignment? Is it B, submits? Is it C, there? Is it D, incomplete? Or is it E, no error? Which is which? Okay, so the correct answer here is okay, it's letter B, submit. Very good. Now, why submit? Again, submit, it's already an incorrect word. There's no such word as submits with double T. It should be submit. Only a single T, only one letter T, and then no S. Why no S? It's because of the word they. They is plural, so it should be the verb. The verb should be in a plural form also. And submit is a plural verb. Means it corresponds accordingly. So the assignment which they submit to their professor was incomplete. Okay, that's why the error here is letter B, submits. Now number 18. The new the new computer classroom with its many workstations and its sophisticated technology feels a long left need. Is it A, classroom? Is it B, is it C, and is it D, technology? Or is it E, no error? Again, the new computer classroom with its many workstations and its sophisticated technology feels a long left need. Is it A, classroom? Is it B, it's C, and is it D, technology? Or is it E, no error? I will give you time to think for your answer. Okay, so the correct answer here is, sorry, it's letter B. It's. Why? Why is it the error here? It's because it is a contraction. It's a contraction word for it's, which is it is or it has, right? Now, in this sentence entirely, we should use it's with no apostrophe. Why? Because it indicates of possession, right? It indicates possession, the workstations and technology, um, of the classroom, the new computer classroom, right, with its many workstations. It's here indicates possession of the classroom to the workstations and the sophisticated technology. All right, so we should use it's with no apostrophe. That means the possessive pronoun. It's a possessive pronoun for the noun classroom. Okay, next. Number 19. Now, everyone at the meeting was upset among the policies announced. Is it A, everyone? Is it B, at? Is it C, among? Or is it D, announced? Or is it E, no error? Okay, number 19. Everyone at the meeting was upset among the policies announced. Now, is it A, everyone? Is it B, at? Is it C, among? Is it D, announced? Or is it E, no error? Okay, so the correct answer here is letter C, among. Why is it among? All right, let's first um, have the sentence. Everyone at the meeting was upset among the policies announced. Why is it incorrect? It's because among should be replaced with the word about. Why? Let's define. About is used to indicate the cause of someone's upset feelings or emotions, right? Now here, everyone, I mean the feelings of everyone at the meeting was upset, right? They were upset. That means we should use about, because among here, it is used to indicate being surrounded by or in the midst of a group of people or things, right? So among the policies announced, that means are you being surrounded by policies being announced, right? No, it's it. I mean, everyone at the meeting was upset. It means it causes someone's feelings or emotions, means we should use about. Means the policies announced cause the people at the meeting upset about something. Okay, so I hope it is clear why it should be replaced with the word about, not among. Okay, now let's continue. All right, so this is the last question for tonight. Okay, let's continue, and I hope that you are still following. Okay, let's have number 20. Every employee, supervisor, and executive reveals the operation of a model company. Is it A, every? Is it B, reveals? Is it C, operation? Letter D, A? Or is it letter E, no error? Again, every employee, supervisor, and executive reveals the operation of a model company. Is it A, every? Is it B, reveals? C, operation? D, A? Or is it E, no error? Okay, that's our last question for tonight. And I hope you can answer it. Okay, so let's continue. Now, the correct answer is letter B, reveals. Why reveals? Yes, it's reveals. Why? It's because our subject here we have employee, every employee, supervisor, and executive. Even though we use here every, but still we're talking about a lot of people. And that means our subject is in plural form. And that should be, the verb should be in plural form also. And it should be reveal. Okay, every employee, supervisor, and executive reveal the operation of a model company. Got it? Because reveals here, it's a singular verb and it doesn't match the subject, which is plural. Okay, are we clear? Okay, so I think that would be all for tonight. And I want to say thank you so much for staying with me for this session. I hope we can still see each other next session. Next session, maybe I will be discussing about tenses, tenses of verbs. So I hope you could also watch me and yeah, learn together with me. Okay, so that would be all. And thank you so much. And bye bye. Bye. Oh, sorry.